and then you'd probably be able to get more than 20. I think it's 24 it shoots, or 22. Yeah, I said it in the beginning of this video anyway. I can't remember now, but yeah, let me just show you it going into the gun. Hangs out a bit, I will say that, but that's like any extended mag. I'll show you quickly on my Glock. Like for example, pardon me, for example, on extendo on my Glock, if you notice, they're always gonna hang out because they're just not standardly built that way. But it's about you just getting comfortable with it and being fine with it. And like I don't tend to use my extendo standardly. What I do is I have it with me just in case, because there will be encounters like where you're in a building and say or the kill house, for example, and you'll say you're in there for a long period of time. You might not have time or the space in there and leverage to have your big rifle aiming because you're just showing everybody where you are. You might just want to close something you can pull away and tuck from you. With a handgun, that's very easy to do that. You can have it out, scope in a building, and you can have it tucked very close to you. So yeah, so straight off the top, affordable, it looks good, they shoot well. I don't know if there's gas in this one. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no gas in that one. But yeah, straight off the top, I'm pleased with it. Like, if anything, I actually want to do a shoot test with this. So at some point we will have to do a shoot test video for you guys. But for the moment, this is the Vorsk VPX, and it's in gunmetal black and silver, and it's a custom. It's meant to have the long nose on it as well, which I think I probably will attach back on and see how it works for me for the first month, because it's like the other Vorsk. I had to work out, use it for about a month or two, work out. Let me flick down safety. Work out if I wanted to, what's going on? Okay, there we are. Work out if I wanted to keep it that way. And if you notice, like, some things I have gone back where I've chucked the bottom rib around it back on, but other things like the end, I have removed that silver end and put my own type of compensator on there, and I've gone for some kind of like arm attachment to be able to hold it. So yeah, man, it's just up to you guys. Like, find what works for you. This works for me. Might look silly to somebody else, but it works so perfect. I used it the other day in the target practice, and it works so well. But yeah, man, and I'm not gonna lie, this feels really nice in the hand, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this feels better in the hand than my Glock. The Glock feels more comfortable, I will say that, but that might just be my comfort. I'm used to having a Glock, for example. I'm not used to having a 1911. I've only owned one of these in my life. With Glocks, I've probably owned like 10, 15 of them. So yeah, but until the next time, people, please like, share and subscribe, and just keep showing us love, man, because if we don't get the love, we can't keep doing these amazing videos for you guys. So you guys stay blessed, like, share and subscribe, and if there's any other videos you guys would like to see, please do say. And Vorsk, big me up, man. Come on, man. I'm my second Vorsk gun in. I don't think I own any two of any other guns. I've got a Spectre Arms and I've got another G&G. Yeah, do you see it? I actually own two guns from you guys now, man. Come on, help a brother out. Go for the high capper, because you know the John Wick thing, and everybody's going on about does John Wick look, but I like to be different. So I've gone for the 1911 to go more for like a World War type vibe, and giving it like the black/silver to again like have my own little custom look, if that makes sense, because we're Airsoft Special Ops, and Special Ops is always like a black/silver type look. So I thought, you know, if my guns could match it would be really cool. So what else do I see off the top? Obviously you've got metal plastic coverings on the side. They feel pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Decent quality, quite comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel uncomfortable holding the gun, and they're on both sides. Obviously the safety only works from the left side, just so you can see how that works. Yeah, you can't press it from the right hand side because it just comes out on that side, just so you guys are able to see. Yeah, even the safety feels quite reinforced and firm, so I reckon that will have a nice little lifespan. Let's just flick this, give me one sec. Flick this back on safety. Why is that not making it all the way though? Okay, it was my fault. I didn't the barrel. So keep in mind, because earlier I weren't able to flick it all the way on safety. So sometimes you may have to cock that barrel just to kind of ease up whatever is jamming or hasn't made it all the way through its cycle, just to make sure that your safety is accessible back to that little area there. Because I think what was happening before was it was roughly about here, so it was sliding in a little bit but not all the way like that. So make sure that's what you hear and see. And it's quite cool because you have like a little spring thing down there that every time I take it off safety, it locks back up. So I just think little things like that is so cool. It's almost like Vorsk have made their own version of a 1911, which is so cool. And then obviously safety can be activated from both sides, so I can do it on the right hand side if I wanted to, but you do also want to be careful. So if I done it, let's say, I'll give you an example, let's say I've got my gun and I've decided to flick it on from that side, I will always spin my gun quickly and just double check, okay, yeah, that's good, it's been put on and I'm good to go. Either reholster it or pass it over to whoever's trying to look at it or whatever. Inside the barrel looks pretty good. Feels like some kind of high quality plastic / metal. I can feel metal parts in there. Obviously has a silver rim similar to that one. This little back strip feels like plastic, but again feels like decent quality plastic. I just showed you guys the hammer, so obviously I have to click safety, take it off safety and hold that safety. So always make sure the first safety is off. Should show you guys that, cause it's not the same as a Glock. So first safety is off, and then you want to make sure that back safety is being pressed, the beaver tail safety, and then I can squeeze. Obviously, yeah, you can see the beaver tail here, that whole unit, which is quite nice because it adds like a nice feel in the hand. It's like it sits in the hand, so which is similar to what a Glock does, but a Glock does it without the tail, if that makes sense. What else do I see? So sights, most basic sights, but I think with a 1911 that's what you're more going for. It's not like a Glock. I see a Glock more like a upgradable toy. Us as users and viewers, we're always going to want to do things to Glocks because that's the trajectory or lifespan, or even just the nature of what a Glock is about. It's about customing and getting what you want out of a gun, whereas I feel like more with something like a 1911, it's more about classicalness and elegance and history and all of that. So yeah, I wouldn't miss not having great sights on it, because more time it's when you're in a building, for example, and you're just trying to go through and clear the building, or close combat where the person's right in front of you, so you can literally just aim down sight and kind of look at them, and you know what I'm saying? So you don't need great sights. And even as I'm aiming down right now, it is quite easy. As simple as they look, they are quite good. Don't know if you guys are able to see what I'm talking about. If you aim down sight, they're not bad at all. They're not the best sights I've seen. I definitely prefer, say I compare it to my Glock. If you notice, like the aim down sights is a lot different. Like that one tends to be quite good because you got the white at the front, then you got the zombies at the back. But yeah, like I don't have a problem with that. I think it still works for me. You know what I'm saying? It still works for me. But yeah, it still works. I just wish it was colored, so I may chalk it at the front and maybe chalk the two sides just to give it a cool little look. But yeah, I wouldn't even stress because it's the only black thing down my barrel. Your eyes go to it straight away, especially when you close one eye. So yeah, that's that. And if you notice, it's just done it again. So if you notice, I flicked the safety, but it hasn't quite made it. It's part locked, but it's not locked. So always just switch it back off, cock it, so you've cleared that area, and then if you notice, it goes right back in. So that's, if anything, of faults I've seen so far, that's probably the biggest one. But I've seen that problem before on high cappers, so I reckon it's something just to do with the barrel itself and the way this thing slides in. I think as I use the gun, it will wear and tear itself and stop doing that. So, but do keep an eye out for it, guys. What else can I show you? You're probably like, why the hell is his barrel so long? So they've obviously put some kind of attachment thing on the end. I'm gonna have to work out at some point how to take it off. But yeah, I believe it's similar to what's on my other gun, which is just something to make the gun louder. So every shot sounds a bit more louder, just because I think it's called a capacitor or something like that, or yeah, something around them lines. just can't remember the actual name for it. Is that an Allen key? I'm gonna have to work out how to take this off, because I'm sure it can come off, but I'm currently not sure how to take it off. I've literally only, okay, that's why it won't come off though, because it's actually on that section. But yeah, I will look into it, because I'm sure they wouldn't just send you a gun that can't remove. Oh, I get it now, I see it. So let me show you guys. You guys can learn as I'm learning. Let's put the mag to the side for a sec. Now it makes sense what this is for. So right down the barrel, if you look, it has some kind of like Allen key threading. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but you'll see as I remove it anyway. So I believe this just has to go in there and line up as I'm doing right now, and you'll be able to loosen it and eventually take it off, I presume. Yeah, it's coming loose now, which is cool. Yeah, so there's a bolt in there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That holds it, which is what I believe to be some kind of threading on the barrel. Like you can see some kind of threading, which is cool, because I did want to know, like, do I have to leave the gun like that? And if you notice, I don't. It can just look like a standard 1911 with that beaver trigger, or beaver tail safety, I think it's called. But yeah, so it doesn't have to be there, which is quite cool, because that was one of my concerns originally, like, does it always have to look like that? But yeah. Ooh, that just sounds so smooth, and it feels so smooth. Like, I don't know, like, I love a Glock, but I love a 1911 just for that slide barrel. It just simplistic and works. Love the trigger as well. I may upgrade that because it doesn't feel like the most top quality one, but I love the look of it, at least. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the most top quality one. I reckon you could break that over the course of maybe 9 months. But yeah, we'll give it a go. I think those are the main things. Obviously you can see it's got a loader which looks blue at the moment. Yeah, it is blue. Barrel looks very similar on the inside to the EU18. I don't know if you guys can see what I can see. Loading chamber looks roughly the same. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work out how to remove the top half, and I reckon with most of these 1911s and high cappers, you normally have to use an Allen key to remove that top slide. Yeah, you normally have to use an Allen key, so I'm gonna have to look into that and work that out, because I don't think it is a button or anything like that. I think it, and I think I can see it, it's right there, so we'll probably have to give that a go. I don't want to mash the gun up on cam, but we'll give it a go, just so for both of our sake, to be honest. Like I said, I need to learn about the gun, and it would be cool for my viewers to learn about the gun as well, because you guys might be looking for this. As much as I love my Glocks, why I even ended up buying this is because my heart was still pondering, right? I was looking at things thinking, oh, but his gun still beats off like how I want my gun to beat off. So I had to ask questions and learn. And like I said, Danny Lee, he's so cool and down to earth. He literally handed his gun to me and was like, just use it, bro, see if you like it, kind of thing. And upon doing that, I clocked that, yeah, I do like it. Like, the kick on it's nice, it's very accurate. So I've kind of tried to find something that's not a duplicate of his, but something that can work for me also. Okay, maybe that's not it. I thought it would have just slid off after, but clearly not. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works, guys, I will say that. And what I don't want to do is break my gun, so what I will do is leave that part of things till another video, and I'm going to actually put that thing back in, because I removed it. I've seen somebody, like one of my guys, Evan, he removed his high capper top barrel, or top slide should I say, and it was like that, so I presumed it would have been the same for the 1911, but it doesn't quite look like it. So maybe there's something I'm currently missing that I don't know about, that I need to do or press. But like I said, me just get the gun, me know why I'm broke, you know what I'm saying? So, and if it broke, I'll let it be, because it's just not a good build. Let it not be, because I don't know how to use it, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna tighten that. It felt a bit loose before. So yeah, so far so good. Like, I like it. It looks good. Oh, and it feels nice now. Yeah, it feels firmer. So I literally just had to tighten that barrel. It was a bit loose. 1.2 joules energy. I think I'm gonna take this off as well. I don't really want that on the gun, but I'll do that in my own time. I don't know, like this like, it's quite weird because I feel like I've kind of ran through everything quite quick, but I think that's all there is to really know about this. Like, obviously I've still got to show you guys the top slide, but I'll do that in another video. I also want to just use it a bit because, yeah, you can see it won't actually peel, so that's just a coating. That's not actually that color silver, it's just a coating, which is calm because I can always take that out and actually spray paint it with some high quality spray paint, sand it down again and just chuck it back in. So and briefly sand it down. When I say sand it down, I mean, like, you know, you just take off a layer of spray paint just so that it moves nicely and slides nicely. But yeah, so far so good. I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was because there was nothing in the barrel, but I heard something flying. Yeah, man, it feels so nice. And like I said, like, the kick is pretty good. Come, let me just aim this at the thing and show you guys the kick on this, just so you guys can see. See what I'm saying? Fair dues, it is getting low. I can hear that, but are you hearing the difference? Like, and this is a 1911. Are you hearing the difference? Like, come on, man. Obviously, if there's no automatic on it, so that's probably the biggest thing for me to speak about today. Like, compared to this, I have a fun switch, so I can switch that, and then yeah, we'll have fun time. But and I can go back to single, and it's fine, right? So you have the. I think the biggest thing with the Glocks, I would say, the only benefit I'm seeing, like the Glock compared to the 1911, is the fun switch. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The fun switch, because the 1911 shoots more consistent. So yeah, and the gas blowback is really cool. Like, look at that. Oh, it's on safety. You know what I'm saying? And if you that's another thing. I'm gonna show you guys a little hack. This works for ARs, M4s, and it works also for what's the name of the thing? What's the name of the thing? There's another gun that basically works for. Most guns tend to have this like side thing right here. That's what catches the slide. If you notice, it's now up in that section, right? If you hold it down, so if I just keep it held down, okay, so let me shoot first and show you. So what happens is when you shoot and hit empty, it will lock the system. But you see, say you're just trying to showcase your gun to somebody, for example, and there's nothing in the chamber, so you're all safe. You can just hold it, and what will happen is it won't catch it, for example. So if you just hold it, if you notice, it's not catching, and it's literally because I'm holding this down. So keep that in mind. It might be an easy way, for example, like when you're selling a pistol to somebody or showing somebody your gun and there's nothing in there apart from maybe gas or whatever, you have the ability to just showcase the gun quickly. But yeah, so that's that. I think the only other thing I've got to show you guys with it, and I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to look into it because I might chuck this back on it. Like, it looks, don't get me wrong, it looks very nice, small, but at the same time it also does look very nice. And you know what, I'll do another video for you guys, so I'll work out what I'm doing with that, and we'll do a part 2 of this video, because I've still got to work out if I'm going to chuck that back on. I've also got to work out overall what I'm doing with this gun, whether it's just a review gun or whether it's a gun I'm keeping. Let's go into the mag though. So I was able to grab a mag. The mags are quite expensive, I will say that. Like an extendo mag, well, do you know what, that's a lie. That's actually a lie, because compared to what I paid for my extendo mag for my Glock, which I've got here, so this is my Glock extendo mag. Yeah, don't judge me, peeps, I've missed a few gaps. I think I was rushing when I done that. But compared to, obviously it comes similar. You have your box as it does, company name, it explains what it is, what model is for and stuff like that. And obviously it comes in like this plastic casing, which is pretty cool. Normally just sits in there like that. and yeah, pop that out. From what I can see straight off the top, nothing amazing, just a duplicate but longer. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm correct, I have to, don't hold me on this, but I was able to load 43, 42, I think it was 42, but I don't think it's meant to hold 42. I think it's meant to hold 40. I forced the extra 2 in, not realizing, because obviously the box doesn't actually say how much rounds it is. It just says extended magazine. Yeah, it doesn't actually say MU and VS9. Yeah, it doesn't say. And most mags will normally say like 48 rounds, 23 rounds, etc. But here's what it is, similar thing, nice little weight. Looks like the springs are roughly the same. I think the only thing that's probably different is the base plate, because obviously where they're trying to fit more BBs in, the base plate would be different, which is probably cool. What you could probably do is change the base plate on the single, on the standard